guys, Raptor Programs here, finally with the first review of Jurassic June. I know I said I would do Hey Say Godzilla first for our reviews, but since we're in Jurassic June and in Jurassic June Spirit, we'll only focus on dinosaur stuff. So today, I'll welcome you to our first review of the new Hammond Collection wave, the Hypsilophidon. And in my opinion, off the rip, I feel like he is kind of an underdog in this wave. Now please, don't flame me in the comments. Though if you want to, I read every comment. So, before you comment something. But with the Indominus Rex, the Scorpius Rex, and the Dilomutodon, which will get their reviews when Target can actually put them on their store, this guy seems to be a little overhated in my opinion, guys. Now, with our first video of Jurassic June, with more to come in. Wait, we're already 20 days in the June? Sorry guys, I've been very busy making stop motions and reviews and soon to come gaming content. And also, I was doing my most popular thing I love to do, being lazy and working out. That I actually forgot to post some videos. I hope you guys have been liking the almost daily comedy shorts in Jurassic June Spirit. Now finally, like a minute into the video, let's start off with the... Wait, we gotta talk about Mattel's choice of dinosaurs real quick. So you're telling me, in my opinion, we did not need the Dilo and Hypsi for this wave. We should have had the best hybrid, the Raptor, to kind of complete the whole hybrid wave. But still, I'm glad to see they'll give us dinosaurs that have been made and reissue them, like the Dilo, but not make the most popular dinosaur in the movie, put it be on a San Diego Comic-Con and have it sell out in 15 minutes, and scalpers sell it for 3 times the price. Man, I love myself Jurassic Park The Lost World and Buck Rex. But now is the time to review the Hypsilophidon, which will be what I said. Instead, I'll be saying Hypsi instead of Hypsilophidon, which saves me time typing out my script, and so I don't lose my voice. Now, since we were talking about scalpers, I'm glad I'm not one, so I don't have to see this atrocious box art in my room anymore. Seriously, Mattel, what are you doing? This is just the Drysaurus box art and recolored to look like the Hypsi. Then on the back, it's just it in different poses, and of course they have their so-called True FX. Mattel, where are you getting the True FX from? Jurassic World Evolution 3? And it's worse on the side of the box. You know Mattel needed an easy filler dino, when it only talks about its articulation and dynamic accessories for epic scene creations. So when it says that you think it must have like a bloody replacement arm or head or something to make it like a raptor attacked it and it got away with permanent scars, or like the Indominus Hammond Collection, a chunk of flesh to rip out and have it be like a corpse. But what they're talking about is the replacement jaw, like the Drysaurus and Sinoceratops. You serious, Mattel? And I know this does not seem like this figure is an underdog, and instead it's just a bad figure, but you're just gonna have to stay for this. Now let's continue with looking at that mouth, and wow, talking about an aggressive herbivore. Man, if Universal's making a herbivore dino be the villain for the next Jurassic movie, Universal should just hire these guys. But seriously, I hope this is the last time they do this, because it's just annoying at this point. I won't be surprised if people start talking about how their Sino, Dryo, or Hypsi's jaw peg broke from switching the alternate mouthpieces. And now let's talk about what the Hypsi's mouth should have. Articulation. You have a bend and swivel at the head and neck, no mouth articulation for the jaw, then a bend and swivel for the shoulder, elbow, and weight. There's wrist too. This is actually kind of great. For how small the wrists are, this is great to see that they're improving. Now I know it's not that much, but it still is awesome that Mattel is making updates to even a random dinosaur in their collection. But they did. Though I will say my hipsies, elbows, and wrist joints are already quite loose. Don't know if it's just me or if it's everyone's copy. Then your standard articulation in the legs with 360 in the hips and a decent spread. Then another bend and swivel in the knees, top ankle and bottom ankle. Then your bendy wire tail. Now, a little off topic, why did I get two of these guys? Because now we have a little herd or pair of these guys for a nice little snack for our carnivores, but also a new repaint. More on that in our posts. Also, before we continue, what are you doing, bro? Yeah, I know you're not subscribed, so go do that right now. We're trying to beat this guy, this Manti Godzilla Rex guy. Yeah, him. So let's try to do that by the end of Jurassic June, guys. Now, with the paint or color scheme, I like that it is a nice color of greens and some red on the bottom of the eyes and around the eyes. Man, what reminds me of that red paint around the eyes? Mattel, give us the Hammer Collection Indoraptor now. But with the nice dark tan under its head and neck and... Wait. That's all the dark tan? That's it? Oh, you greedy boys, Mattel, you greedy boys. You're trying to save every dime you can in a $1 billion company or $1 million company. I don't know. But more with the base color of a dark green with the light green dots. Now that's a chef's kiss in my book. Reminds me of a swampy or wetlands color scheme. Also, they managed to paint the finger claws. But don't worry, guys. In Mattel fashion, they didn't paint the dual claw. Now, the sculpt. What can I say? He's really just nobody. He's really just a basic sculpt. Almost feels like they reused the Dryo, but changed out the wrist and packed it up. Made or AI'd a picture of a Hypsilophidon picture for the box and said, yeah, the community will love this. But I kind of like the simplicity of the Hypsy, because it'll be easier to paint. And if you want to, like, sculpt, do clay and stuff, I'll probably do that for one of these. Now, the wrapped up, it's okay. Good for a background dinosaur for a herd, and a good thing to repaint. But it's not great either. The only thing is with how stacked this Hammer Collection wave is, it just doesn't stand out in this wave. Kinda wish they had something else take its spot, like an Indo-Raptor. But I'm kind of upset on how they just give us these random and some inaccurate Hammer Collection dinosaurs and have a stupid ASMR video to say how they're accurate. I just feel that while the Hammer Collection is probably going to stay for a long time, the tail is just kind of going a little downhill right now. But hopefully this year they give us some bangers. Though it may be something that is not amazing, at least it's affordable and easy to pick up somewhere. Well, that's all I have for you on this, but be ready for more of this Jurassic June. Raptor, out.